Tell me if this sounds like you. You just left the studio. You recorded a beautiful song. You're so proud of this song. You had a blast in the studio. You can't wait to get it out into the world because you're building a music career and you get some great music to back it up. But then you remember the laundry list, absolute laundry list of things that you have to do between now and the next time you're actually in the studio making art, the thing that you love to do, to get the song moving, right? I mean, that is quite the list.
So yeah, now I'm trying to remember what the hell I did last time that I dropped, right? I have to remember what I did well, what worked, what I fucked up on, what I forgot to do, what didn't work. I got to tell all my people about it, right? I got to email the email list.
Got to hit the list.
Gotta hit the list.
Have to.
I got to pitch. I mean, I got to pitch to fucking everybody. Playlists, venues, PR, publicity, content creators, influencers, like all of them, one by one. Jesus Christ. And I mean, let's don't say it.
With the C word.
We got to do the C word.
We got to make 50 pieces of content for this song to get it out into the world.
It's 50 now?
The number goes up every day. I can't keep up.
So hard. And we got to figure out where everything is. Where is the file to the master?
Just the organization.
Where have I registered the song? Is my bio up to date? Do I have an EPK? Like, where are all the links to the different platforms? Like, fuck, Henry, it's so much work.
And everything, all that work, everything y'all just felt is what we're talking about in this episode today, because the reality is about 80% of what's eating your week, the stuff that isn't in the studio making the art, doesn't necessarily need you.
What?
If you can train, you could train a person, but these days there's a brand new technology. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. It's been in the news lately, and it's called AI. And when you set up some systems to get done some of these just repeatable churning tasks, you can actually unlock a lot more free time to do the shit that you love to do.
Okay, but before some of y'all click away because you heard AI, like, let's set the record straight here, Henry. We are not talking about using AI to help you with your creative process and the making of the music.
Never.
Okay. This is all about helping you run your artist business more efficiently. Okay.
If anything, this should buy you more time to work and focus on the art.
That's the fucking goal.
It's the opposite.
Sure.
Yeah. If you do or don't use AI for your music, you probably shouldn't for lots of like legal reasons, first of all. But we're not talking about that at all today. So yes, clear boundary. Thank you for setting that there. So how we're going to frame the episode is essentially 5 hires that we have adopted ourselves. Hear it one more time. We're going to paint the problem that you guys almost all are definitely having today. We're going to describe the version of it that we've built for ourselves and how it can apply to you, sort of the baseline version that you guys can go out and install into your own systems to start buying back some more studio time. So hire 1 is the chief of staff. Don't you guys fucking lie to me right now. I'm sorry to use that word, but I got to get real. Your entire careers are mostly living in your head right now, isn't it? Maybe an iPhone note, maybe a few scattered group chats, a Google Doc from 2023 haven't opened.
No, it's all in their head.
It's in your head.
All in your
Not
head.
even an iPhone.
And some of you guys have really good things up in your head about like who you are as an artist, what platforms you're doing well on, what all your social media handles are.
But there's no organization.
There's none.
Yeah.
It's a fucking cluster, y'all. Like, I know enough of you guys. I talk to enough of you guys. I know this shit, and you're not alone, okay? And we're here to help, okay? Because Henry has built some ridiculous shit. Because we too had kind of our whole let's be honest.
Oh, and it was horrible.
Dude, what
did we do last week?
There's still some things that like I'm like going against Henry's wishes by like texting about certain things, and he's like, "Why didn't you put this in this system?" And, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro.
Every meeting that we have is logged. I mean, every decision, everything. It's very clean. And yeah, creative people, we can get kind of messy. So the solve for this, anyone that's kind of doing AI at a mediocre to higher level has what's called a brain, is kind of the canonical term that people are using. It's basically just, you don't have to be too intimidated. It's typically just a text file, right? Maybe a folder of text files that has your basic information, right? We're talking about your artist name, what you're working on right now, the links to all your places, what your goals are, who your audience is, basic shit, right? This is the part that feeds every other part. The chief of staff, he's the one that hires all the other people in the company, right? He needs to know what's going on so that every other piece can run smooth.
Yeah, I mean, it informs every decision.
Right.
Right? Just like, again, if you had this in your head, that's what informs every decision that you make. And so this whole episode is talking about how AI is going to do things for you. It needs to know who the fuck are they doing this for, and what are they supposed to be doing, right? So it's extremely, extremely important. This is what like AI companies are built off of, is making sure that they have this shit nailed down packed, right? Because
especially if there's multiple people, forget about it, because they're working on different sets of information. But even if you're by yourself, this is huge.
Exactly. This is a huge reason why a lot of people have issues with using AI as an artist.
Yes.
Is because it's the whole classic like garbage in, garbage out, right? This is to avoid that. This is why it's number one.
This is the anti-slop.
Yes.
If every time you use AI, it has context on the basic shit about your music career, it'll be that much less sloppy.
Yeah, and obviously the more detailed the brain is, the better. Like
ours is very detailed.
It's insane.
But we just want to get you guys started.
Like, don't look at what Henry has done. It is ours overwhelming.
Is very, very insane.
But even a basic, like, strike at this, man, is super, super helpful, right?
Yep. And that's why the thing that we built for you guys this episode is exactly that. It's one very simple prompt. You guys can go to onemoretime.fm/brain. It is one prompt. It is one copy button. You can throw it into any AI you want. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever you use. It's going to ask you 15 very basic questions. Should take you maybe 20 minutes, and it's going to spit you back a document that you can save in an iPhone note, maybe, if you guys are still using that, a Google Doc, whatever. Save it somewhere that you will actually remember it's there. And then every time you go to use AI, you're going to make sure that this brain document is loaded up at the very beginning, whether you got to paste it in at the beginning of a chat, or if you guys are using projects. The different AIs have projects. You can have the document live permanently in a project where it's just already there every time you use it. But the point is that whatever output it gives, it's giving it with the context of who y'all are and what you're doing. And it's going to make your experience using AI that much better.
Thank God for the chief of staff.
We got to have the chief of staff.
What would we do without him?
Most important guy on the team. Him, her, it, whoever they are, they need a promotion. I'll tell you that much.
But the good news is our chief of staff is fucking, what, $20 a month for Claude? I don't know.
Built into our AI subscription we were already paying for, guys. This is free, basically. So every other hire is going to revolve around this. If you do one thing from this video, get your brain document set up and start using it every time you use AI. Your results will improve exponentially. So moving on to hire number 2.
Before we do, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We go in our analytics all the time. Actually, we have Claude feed us our analytics, and we know for a fact majority of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel.
Claude said 75% of you guys that watch aren't subscribed.
We'd love to have you as part of the One More Time family.
Yes.
Go into the next hire, please.
And I'm glad you kind of teased it right there with the analytics.
Did I do something?
You got lucky on that one.
Cook.
Hire number 2 is the data analyst.
Let's go.
This is a huge one. I mean, we have so many numbers on so many different platforms, right? We got our Spotify numbers.
No. Here's what the artists are doing. I know y'all.
Okay.
Remember, I fucking know y'all.
Okay.
Five years into this shit, just podcasting alone, managing artists and producers for the time before that.
I know when you cut me off, you're about to cook.
I fucking know y'all. Here's what they're doing. All right. First of all, you're probably not looking at your data. I mean, that's you know who you
at
are.
all? They probably are occasionally.
No, bro. So many of you guys don't even know you're logging to Spotify for artists. It's fucking criminal.
Damn.
Okay. But so let's say that
I think you guys look at it occasionally, but then forget.
Okay. There's a lot of y'all that don't. But let's say the ones that do, you're manually having to go into Instagram, go to the analytics within Instagram. Okay, cool. So yeah, I noticed this. I noticed that. Great. You're going into TikTok. Okay, cool. Did this and that. All right, YouTube Studio. Okay, like I see this retention, all the things. Oh, gotta go to Spotify for artists. Okay, this and that.
Email list has grown. Have a little bit.
List. Okay, how many new email subscribers did I get? Okay, I gotta go into all the other fucking places where all the analytics live.
Yep.
And by the time you do all that, first of all, you already forgot all the things that you just looked up before that. Okay. So it's just a cluster, man. It's very, very manual and it's very, very spread out.
Yes.
Right. And you are a human. And it's very tough. Again, we're speaking from fucking experience here. It's very tough to identify the trends and really understand like what's happening like day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, right? As your business grows and as it morphs and changes and so on and so forth. So that's what. Let me know in the comments if I'm right. Like if that's one of y'all, because that's how we were doing it too, bro.
Did that hit home?
You used to try and schedule. Do you remember this? You used to try and schedule
analytics meetings. Yes.
No, days.
The whole day.
You tried to get me to do whole days.
Because it's important.
But did we do it?
No.
We never fucking did it. Now you go ahead. What have we built for ourselves? Because it's monumentally different than anything we were doing before.
Our data analyst emails us twice a week is kind of the cadence that I've set.
We can do it more if we need.
Scrapes data from everywhere we exist, right? Our website, all of our social media, our email list, absolutely everything. It gives us to us in a nice table in the email that it emails us. Tells us what's going on.
What's growing, what's right?
What's
positive,
down this month.
Negative.
Which, by the way, our last 2 weeks, we just found out are a little down the last 2 weeks. Our numbers are down.
Views.
So if you guys like, comment, subscribe on this video, maybe we can have a up week this week to fix that a little bit. Yeah. But then, it's the judgment layer on top, right? I mean, there's data stuff has been solved. Like you could get data that, is fed to you automatically. That's existed since probably the 90s. But the judgment layer on top is what's so valuable. And what I mean by that is AI noticing, going back to the trends and the patterns, it actually can think about the numbers too, and even give you detailed recommendations. So my favorite story from this, something that happened when I very first set this workflow up, is we got our first analytics email, and it said that 51% of our podcast downloads were from Apple Podcasts.
Oh God, yes.
And I think 29% were from Spotify. We always assumed that Spotify. Everyone's on Spotify, right? Who the fuck?
Of course.
Over half of our audience is on Apple Podcasts. Then the next week, actually 3 days, because we got it twice a week, the next email we got, it said that, by the way, over half of your downloads are still on Apple, and you haven't claimed your show, you haven't claimed your podcast on Apple. Holy shit, like light bulb.
I didn't even know what you meant by that, but I know it's not good.
Over half of our audience essentially invisible to us.
It's like, I know it's not good.
Over half of our audio, you guys listening right now on Apple are like, yeah, I'm fucking listening to you on Apple. What do you mean?
It was weird to see you. I don't know. It wasn't a real podcast.
We had no idea, right? So that was a huge unlock for us. And then another example, we did a podcast episode with an artist named Pertinence.
Yeah, Purdy.
Shout out Pertinence. Absolutely love Pertinence.
Love him.
He told the story of, he noticed himself that an old song of his was, typically you guys release a song, the life of the song, you put it out, it peaks, and then it's over time, it slowly kind of is going down, less and less streams over time, unless you put some huge marketing effort into it. He noticed that an old song of his had sort of gone flat, maybe even started rising again, kind of randomly. Yeah. He didn't know why. And he decided to make 10 new pieces of content for that song.
Yep.
Those pieces of content exploded. That is now his biggest song that exists. So he recognized that. I don't know how he did it. Shout out to him. Most of you guys aren't going to recognize that. You're not going to go look and see, oh, well, the song streams were going down and then they kind of flatlined a bit. A data analyst on your team whose only job is to watch for patterns and trends and monitor your numbers will point that out to you immediately. Yeah. And you could then go out and make some extra content to a song that's maybe like starting to flatline or curve upward. And then that might turn into your biggest song. You have your own Purdy moment.
Yeah, this is all about just giving you guys all the insights that you can, right? Because again, we're trying to fit, if it was just so straightforward as to like do this and you get these results, then no one would lose. Like this is very like trial and error, and the trial needs to then be backed by like evidence on what happened, like what actually happened. Yes. So you can even get as granular as like, I posted, again, going back to the C word, right? I posted 50 pieces of content for this one song. Here's how that like mattered, right? So taking like social to streaming data, right? This is stuff that you have to pay like tons of money from like Chartmetric, and even that scratches the surface on like what you can even build for yourself, right? So a lot of y'all,
and it's shit you could do this, but it's like, why are we wasting our days doing it?
We don't have the time anyways, bro.
And this shit can do it while you're sleeping.
We don't have the time anyways.
I don't want to do it, and I don't have the time, but it's important.
Yes.
So if I can outsource this to an AI agent, why the hell wouldn't I? So,
absolutely. I hate to interrupt this episode, but guys, I got one thing on the mind right now, and it's data. I can't stop thinking about it. All the artists in 2024 are winning because of data. They know who their fans are. They have access to their fans. Do you? Spotify's not telling you who your fans are. Apple Music ain't telling you who your fans are. But our friends over at DistroKid created a feature called Hyperfollow. Every single release, you can set up a pre-save campaign with a hyperfollow and get access to every single fan's email address. Now you can let them know when you have a show coming up, when you're dropping exclusive merch, when you're going live. And without the data, you're just bound by the algorithms of TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. No more relying on those platforms. We're going straight to our fans. DistroKid is the best DIY distributor. You can upload unlimited music for a ridiculously low rate. And you're gonna have access to features like hyperfollow. OMTdistro.com, you're gonna get 30% off when you sign up for DistroKid, and you can start collecting your fans' data today. Henry, let's get back into it.
Our next hire, I'm so glad you asked. Hire number 3 is the copywriter, Ben.
Copywriter.
Oh my goodness. How much time do we spend writing emails to our list, writing captions for posts, right? And immediately you get red flags going off on you. No, I don't want generic AI sloppy emails and captions that use the word delve and use M dashes, right? The classic shit. Well, that's not what we're building here.
Yeah, and I mean, God, like there's so many emails to be written.
Yeah.
Like, just, you guys know what you want to be doing. You want to be hitting up managers of artists you want to collab with. You want to hit up producers. You want to hit up brands. You want to hit up venues, playlist curators. You want to just be contacting a ton of people. But when you're doing this manually, a lot of times, we've done this ourselves. Like, you just kind of give up.
Well, we never even emailed our list until we had AI helping us.
Yeah.
We never even did it.
The whole email marketing part of this is like a whole other thing. I'm even just saying like literally communication in general. There's so much communication that has to happen for an artist to be successful. And I'm telling you, the ones that have the biggest teams, they have people who are constantly, their whole jobs, like good managers, and then managers have day-to-day managers and so on and so forth. They're literally just emails and texts and calls and just constant communication.
It's their life.
And when you're solo, or maybe you have a manager, a homie manager, maybe you have 1-2 people on your team, like there still is so much outreach to be done. But then, when you talk about like connecting with your fans and your community via an email marketing platform, via an SMS marketing platform, that's a fuck ton of communication too, bro.
Yep. And if you guys watch us at all, you know that we're not advocates of go get 1 million monthly listeners. We're super.
I mean, I'll take them.
Sure. But we are team over deliver for your 100, 200, 300 biggest fans, right? And a lot of you guys are out here trying to go get to 1 million monthly listeners, and you're not communicating with your first 100 people who actually love you. And and that could actually pay you a lot more than those 1 million people streaming your song once could ever pay you, right?
For sure. So what have you built for us on this front?
So great example for us. Like I said, neither one of us wanted to learn email marketing.
No.
Fuck that, dude. But we know it's important. We've always wanted to do it. We want to communicate with you guys. We want to email you guys value.
Yep.
So we have a weekly newsletter. Goes out the morning after every episode.
I love it. We've gotten actual compliments on it.
It's great.
From our people.
For
They've been like, yo, loving the emails.
Yep. It's called The Loop. It has a few sections to it. It describes our new episode, which, finds our transcript, takes a very valuable lesson from our transcript, plugs it in. It has the inbox at the end. So it scans our email, finds, when you guys send in questions, finds a good one, and drafts a reply to it. Again, it's just drafting. We're not automatically sending shit out. You got to be very careful, because you can get sloppy results if you're not. You need to be in the loop, especially in the beginning. You guys need to be here, moving with the AI.
Well, yeah, because this is what's going to overcome their objection of it doesn't sound like me. It's not my taste. It's not my style. No, it can be freakishly good. These drafts now that you're approving are getting very scary, as if you wrote them immediately yourself.
You can have it read every sent email in your inbox and draft you a voice profile.
Yes.
This is how I sound in emails. Base every draft that you make for me off of my voice profile.
It can look at your Instagram captions. It can look at YouTube comments. It can look at
Instagram caption profile, voice profile.
It can take information. Again, this is where AI is so good, guys. It can take and ingest all this information. They're just data points, right? Yep. It ingests them, it learns, and then it gets better and better and better and better and better every time that you use it.
Better over time is key, for sure.
I love that for us, because again, it's getting to a point where you were probably way more involved with the editing.
A lot more tweaking. It's a little less now. And, maybe eventually it gets to the point where I'm always going to read everything and make sure it sounds like me, and I'm proud to send it. But eventually it's going to get to a point where it's just nailing it, and I just tap one button that says approve, and the loop is sent.
Yeah, and again, it's based on you and your style. Yep. So
which is why we go back to the brain.
Exactly.
Yeah,
this is stuff
your starting point.
And again, when we talk about Henry's, brain for OMT being insane, that's because all of this stuff makes its way into the brain, so that it's basically just growing, and it's
constantly evolving,
bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger all the time.
We got a big brain.
We do. We're big brain around here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what makes this so beautiful, man, is that I too had the concerns that I'm sure a lot of you guys have of like bro, like,
Ick.
yeah, like, you know, I don't want to fucking send an email with AI. No, like it can sound like you, like it really can. And again, we're like, if you had all the time in the day to just write a bunch of emails all the time, then like shout out to you, but like we don't.
Yeah.
And I know y'all don't.
We'd rather do the shit that we like to do.
Yep.
And I bet y'all do too. And I bet for y'all, it's making the music.
Exactly.
That's the unlock here. So hire number 4.
Ooh. I love this one.
Well, because you like money.
I do. I love money, bro.
This is the money man.
I like the get heard and get paid. I like
You
the
like
latter.
to get paid.
I like the latter.
And they work in tandem. Getting heard can equal getting paid when you're smart about it. But hire number 4 is the agent.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how we are exponentially, I'm talking about volume.
Yes.
Getting outreach
Yeah.
to places where you're going to end up getting paid.
For sure. I mean, just again, here's what I think is happening for you guys, okay? When we think about like all the things that an agent of all types would be doing for you.
And not to be confused with AI agent, because technically all of these are AI agents.
It's a good call.
We're talking about like a music agent.
Yeah, we're talking about booking agent, sync agent,
Yes.
brand deal agent.
Correct.
Right? Like those types of people,
Yeah.
right? That again,
This is an agent that's that agent.
yeah, with that again, if you had all those team members already, then I mean, they should be using AI to help optimize their productivity, but like fuck them, whatever they want to do to like get you all the deals that you need, sure. But you don't have those people.
Nope.
Let's just be honest, you don't fucking have them.
Nope.
And so this is why we've built all these different tools, or like that's why we're suggesting that you guys unlock a lot of this shit for your own career, because it's like you don't have the team yet. So I mean, I guarantee that you're hitting up venues by yourself, right? You're acting as and then once a venue's like, yeah, I'd love to do a show with you. You got to literally do the contract. You got to do the advance, which is basically you negotiating like what type of equipment you can bring, what their sound system can and can't support, where you can put signage in the venue.
Imagine you already had a brain that had all that knowledge already and drafted you a perfect email with all that shit built in.
Exactly. Okay. So sync, I don't even know what you might be doing. You're like looking at credits on TV shows and movies and finding the person, going to LinkedIn, finding their LinkedIn, messaging them, emailing them, right? Like you're looking for libraries and then you're pitching to all of them. I don't know. Brand deals. You're trying to find the brands. Okay. Who's the director of marketing? Oh wait, shit. They don't handle influencer marketing. This person does. Okay. Then you got to fucking email them one by one by one by one. And then when they hit you back, you got to negotiate the brand deal. Right?
When do I get back in the studio, bro?
Dude,
Jesus
you don't,
Christ.
bro. You're
Holy
an agent
fuck,
now.
man.
You're a full-time fucking agent.
Oh, it sounds horrible.
Yeah, it is. It really is, guys. Okay. Like again, so this is where like we've built some similar stuff for us. Again, like we're not trying to get sync deals or whatever, but like we are trying to get brand deals.
It's absolutely applies to you. There's a version of this.
For sure.
Because the key unlock here is volume. Because if you guys have ever sent an email hoping to just accomplish any of these little things one by one, you know that 95% of them, first of all, you might not even get a reply. And then most of the time, overwhelming majority, it's just not going to work.
Not interested.
And so we only land one of these by doing it in volume. This is where AI really excels.
Yep.
Not only can it, if it knows exactly who you are because you have your brain set up, it knows which type of companies you should be reaching out to for brand deals.
It knows everything about the company.
Everything about the company. Yeah. It knows which type of playlists you belong on. It knows which type of, mediums you'd be good in for sync.
Yep.
And then maybe you plug it into the copywriter who knows how you sound in emails.
Did our hires just start working together?
You guys starting to understand how the synergies kind of work? Uh-huh. And you can there's a world where you just wake up and you have 25 drafts in your inbox that you can look over. This one's going to this brand for this. This one's going to this playlist. And you can, tweak them and hit send. And now you've just done 25 outreaches that otherwise would have taken you literally the entire day. Now we're talking about half an hour.
Yeah. And honestly, bro, you definitely should be reading all of your fan communications, but shit out to brands. I might let that shit fly, bro.
There's a world where if you want the volume,
the bar is a lot lower on again, y'all do what you want, but I might just let that bitch rip. You know what I mean? For sure.
There's even a world where you
because you're not talking to your fans. It's who cares if the marketing rep at fucking whatever brand XYZ.
Our chief of staff, has a name and an identity. There's even a world where it's pitching for you.
Yeah.
That even looks more official.
Oh.
It's like, hey, my artist would love to work with
Henry.
They don't need to know.
Perfect for, you know.
He has this new song.
Evan Williams.
Yeah, well, yes. Has this new song and is pitching on your behalf. And then it really doesn't matter how it sounds because it's not even you.
That's actually really good.
Just came up with that.
I love that.
It's your chief of staff emailing. Shout out to
no, it's your agent.
What's your agent? You literally have an agent.
Yeah. I represent Henry.
I represent Henry. He has a new release. Here's all the info about him because it knows, because it has your brain.
Saw you guys were doing this new campaign around XYZ.
Yes.
Think his track would be perfect for it.
You could theoretically be doing infinite outreach per day. Is the gear start? Do you guys see how excited we are about this?
We're cooking in the episode.
I'm saying, bro, this shit is insane. And we dropped an episode last week too with Jo, just in case you guys aren't convinced that any of this shit matters.
Yeah, it
the
does.
entire episode is basically like how much money he actually makes from the music, the other shit. That's not the streams. Yeah. He had a 6-figure deal on the table with Chipotle, right? He has a Sprite collab. He has, Tostitos was in his DMs, like
Dove, like just all sorts of major brand deals, man.
This is where, if you're serious about making music a career, you need to be open to all the avenues that make that a reality. It's not just the streaming, guys. And
absolutely.
And this is how you can accomplish that at scale. So the agent is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
But the one you guys have all been waiting for, hire number 5. The one pain point that you guys all bring up.
Oh, what is it?
We hear it over and over.
Oh, no.
We've literally dubbed it the C word on this show. It is the editor who is going to handle your content.
Oh,
Ain't no fucking way, Henry and Ben. Ain't no way this is real.
Don't cap me down like that, Henry.
AI is not making my content, Henry and Ben.
Bullshit.
And listen, up until about 2 weeks ago, I would have agreed with you. Yeah. Okay? This is the last thing that was like, it can't necessarily do like full edits, full videos.
Literally, it was like Henry saying, well, I'm still going to have to do our, social media clips.
Yeah, this is great. All I got to do is I got to just edit now. And then basically AI's doing the rest. Yeah. Now, holy shit, guys, it's getting better and better. And just another like caveat to just let's keep in mind, AI is the worst that it's ever going to be in the history of humanity right now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it's going to be better. Next week it's going to be way better. Next month it's going to be way better. Next year, I don't even know what's going to be going on next year. Who knows? But you guys spend all your time, on content. You know that free, organic content is the way to reach people.
Literally, again, just to paint the picture, I'm sure what you're experiencing. You plan a video shoot, all right? You shoot a fuck ton of content, okay? You got to edit it though, right? So again, either you're paying, which you ain't doing that because where's the money?
These editors ain't cheap.
So then you have to bust it all down, right, into clips for social media. Then we've had so many episodes recently talking about fucking trial reels. You guys are probably like, fuck, I thought I had to post a lot of content before. Now you guys are telling me I have to post like double, triple, quadruple on trial reels.
Quadruple.
That means more clips I got to bust down and edit. Try different things, try different starting points, try different text hooks, try all the different things to see what works.
Coming up with the text hook, coming up with the caption.
Exactly.
It's a rigmarole.
So it's really intense, man. Like the content side of things, I know for a fact, y'all, is demanding. Like
we've heard it. We've surveyed, we've talked to y'all, we talked to people on the show. We know that's the tough part.
For sure.
It really is.
So bro, show them what we've done.
Before I even get into this, I want to be very honest with you guys. We're not here to lie. You guys know we cut through the bullshit. We cut through the fluff. This has been the toughest one to get right. Yeah. By far. This has been a lot of iterating over time because
how much time do you think you have spent to get what you're about to show?
Tens of hours.
Tens of hours.
Easily. Yeah. Just to get it to a point.
And this is like Captain AI. Like we're doing this.
This is all I do.
We're doing this as a business now. Is like servicing music industry people with like AI systems and tools, etc.
That's right.
So like again, caveated with, tens of hours for him could be 100 hours for you.
Potentially. But it's worth mentioning because we know it's y'all's biggest pain point, Yes. So it's worth bringing up. So, there's a level of taste, and we always say AI should never replace your taste. This should be doing the things that are repeatable and predictable, right? Yep. Your taste and your personality and your unique character traits are what make you you. So including our content, right? So I had to train our AI editor once we hired him. Yeah. For hours and hours to get him to start making content that looks like our content that I want it to look like. Yep. And it took a while, but man, are we at a place where it is not too bad. Let me tell you guys about the first post that we posted that was completely edited by Claude code.
Bro,
let's just pull up the numbers here.
He literally just so casually, I pulled up to the studio, like, what was this, a couple weeks ago at this point?
A week ago.
Yeah. I pulled up and he was like, hey, did you see the clip for today?
Yeah.
And like, he always does that, y'all.
Yeah.
He does that all the time. So it wasn't like, it was more like, did you see this? I tried this, whatever. And I was like, yeah, like, it looked pretty good. Like, oh man, cause at that time it hadn't
gotten legs yet.
It hadn't gotten legs. So I was kind of like, yeah, like, man, I really thought it was going to be like going crazy because I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh man, it's fire. Like, and maybe I thought there was some like little stylistic thing. I didn't really know what he was clearly like egging me on.
Fishing for something.
He was fishing for something to like, bait me a little bit.
Yep.
And I had no fucking clue. And when you dropped the bomb on me that like that was a fully Claude edited clip, I was mind blown. Like seriously, like the shit he's been blowing my mind for like, weeks and months and whatever at this point. So like, I'm not really shocked when he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I automated that thing that we were like doing.
This is the only one that blew my mind because I genuinely thought this level of output wasn't possible.
Yeah.
We're going to flash some of the stats of this post on the screen here, guys. Over 10,000 views, which is an outlier for us. There's a little graph that shows our typical reel and then what this one does. Huge difference. We're talking about 92 saves right now. We're talking about 97 shares and 13 follows.
Yeah.
I mean,
for one clip.
Not only
even have to do anything.
Not only did Claude Code edit it scheduled it through our scheduler.
Yep.
It wrote the caption that I did tweak a bit, but our copywriter wrote the caption and it scheduled it. So guys, imagine a world where you literally in one workflow, the clip is, you go out and shoot shit, it gets edited, the caption gets written, the first comment even is left, that's written, and then it's scheduled, and you're done. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Again, this is not easy. This is high level shit here, but it's possible.
Yeah, but honestly, like I'm kind of thinking about it more for like artists, right? Like with a podcast, there's a lot of stuff that you would like want to exclude. Like again, when we're chopping social media clips,
this could be easier potentially.
This might be easier for you guys, bro. Like
That's
it's
true.
your song.
Yeah.
You want the song to just play in the right words in the right order. Mm-hmm. And yes, we're going to like have AI probably like chop different bits and like, try different things and maybe even throw like transitions. I don't know, whatever you want to do. And again, that's where your creativity can also like meet the technology where it is. But for us, the fact that it was able to like take out parts, shorten it, condense it, know like which line to go next and whatever, like it's almost more impressive than just like, helping you again, get frequent or get like quantity out of something that you already shot long form. You know what I mean?
And I don't know if I was clear, but like all the iteration and all the setup that had to do in the beginning, that's logged, that's saved. It knows our taste now. I never have to repeat myself again because it's all in our brain, right? So there's
Shout out the brain,
whole section in the brain that knows how we like content to look. And I'll never have anytime I say, no, you fucked this up, Claude, do it again. It knows that and it won't fuck it up again because it's in the brain. It has very specific instructions. AI is smart, but it's dumb. So you have to be very clear about what you want and what you like. And it might take a little training to get there. But anytime you hire someone, right? If you hired a content editor on your team, you got to train them too. It's no different, except this one cost you a cheap monthly subscription. And then, one other interesting anecdote from this whole process.
Yeah.
Once I had it looking exactly how I liked it, I brought back the reasoning and the judgment layer, right? Like if you were our CMO, right? If you were in charge of making our post do well, how would you change this post? Now that it looks like how I like it to look, I did a whole pass of like, what do you think? You know what I mean? Just from a zoomed out layer. And it said, oh, well, I might end it in a place where it does a clean loop back to the beginning, right? So it's that whole trick where like people might accidentally watch it over and over because it's seamless from the end to the beginning. And it re-edited it where it ended on this zoom into me. And then in the beginning, it came back out to the zoom out and it's just like super clean. You guys can watch the post. Well, I'll probably link the post maybe. You can go look at the post and see what it made. And it did that and recommended that on its own. And who knows how much that helped it. Maybe the people watched it 2 or 3 times through before they even realized what was going on.
For sure. And again, this just goes back to, us not being able to necessarily like identify these things on our own.
Yes.
Like that's what I am still just continuing to be like blown away by is that it has the ability to recognize things again through deep research on the whole fucking internet versus like, yeah, we're smart. We're two smart guys.
We could go research it ourselves.
We built this cool little platform and podcast like on our own for fucking 5 years, you know? But oh no, it's getting crazy now at this point because we have the assistance of an omniscient, omnipotent, whatever the like all knowing.
One of those.
Omni.
You know, Omni
words.
blank.
Yeah. Yeah, but like honestly, that's just what I love about this, man, is that it can just see things that we can't.
This is why I've been just so addicted to it, because you spend the time up front to set up something that in the future just unlocks all this time. There's so many things now we used to have to do that we're not doing. And that's what I want for you guys. So if you watched, our previous AI episode, that was more, along the lines of use our 10 AI super prompts, right? To sort of help you, assist you in doing the tasks. Today, we're having agents, we're having AI do the tasks, actually do the things. This is the next level up.
Yep.
And if you guys, have used 10 AI super prompts, go check out that episode, by the way. Make your brain, go to onemore.time.fm/brain, make your brain, go rerun the super prompts with your brain and watch how much your outputs level up. And you'll start understanding, like, I just want these unlocks for you guys because it's seriously been like so fun and eye-opening. It just has made us be able to focus on the shit that we want to focus on and the shit that needs the human. Because again, you guys are the operators. You are the directors. You only let it do what you want it to do. You're always in the loop or on the loop, as we like to say. You're always there making sure everything's running smooth. You make every decision, but you have it do this grunt work that is just taking the fun out of the music. You know what I mean? And keeping you out of the studio.
For sure. So I know you're big on this. Like when we're using AI for our business, we have a few no-nos.
We have the AI no-nos is what I've called them specifically.
Good. Yeah. Like make sure, I think it's very important that they understand kind of like the parameters that we've set for ourselves.
Yes.
And like, again, you can decide whatever you want to do, but I think these are pretty good, like they're good guidance.
Definitely good guidance to start out with because AI is very powerful and with great power comes great response.
Okay, fucking Yoda.
That was Uncle Ben, bro. What do you mean?
I'm kidding,
Spider-Man,
man.
Yoda. Jesus Christ.
Dude, don't fucking
Uncle
come at
Ben.
me about pop culture right now.
4 AI no-nos.
Talk about the no-nos.
4 AI no-nos. We don't let AI send, spend, delete, or promise. So, like I said, we're drafting emails. We're drafting captions. We're not just shipping shit right now. We're always making sure, like, does this response to this email sound like us? Does it accurately reflect what I want it to do?
Yeah.
Does this caption sound like me? Am I proud of this? And it's a lot of tweaking at first, But again, they're all self-improving. So they're getting closer and closer, and we're having to edit less over time. But no automatic sending. Don't spend. Pretty obvious one.
Yeah.
Please don't charge my credit card. You know what I mean? I need to click the pay button on anything. Don't delete. Right. There are some instances where I am starting to let it personally like delete stuff. But in the beginning, like just be careful because it has the power to lose some shit that you might need. So don't delete. And then never promise. Don't promise. Don't have AI commit you to stuff that you otherwise would not have committed to. So don't send, don't spend, don't delete, and don't promise. 4 AI no-nos. Besides that, you can pretty much let it run wild. And these unlocks are just I hope you guys are excited about this as I am.
All right. So obviously we spent this whole episode kind of showing you guys what the realm of possibility looks like. Okay. This is meant to inspire you all to either A, go do this shit yourselves, or B, if you do need help, we are willing to work with artists and labels and managers and anyone that works in the music industry. We're trying to help you guys set up these AI systems and tools because we firmly believe that they are just revolutionizing every industry. So the music industry needs to stop fucking sleeping on this shit. So go to onemore.time.fm/work with us. Fill out the information and we'll get back to you. But yeah,
if it can be done on a computer, like it can be delegated to AI, literally anything on a computer, guys. And I've just been so excited about what it's done for us. And yeah, we just want to share that with the world. So onemore.time.fm/work with us and go do your brain. onemore.time.fm/brain. Seriously, just get it started and get your feet wet.
Because that's free and that should be used regardless. Again, if you're going to do it yourself or if you want to work with us, we're going to require you to set up a brain anyways. We're going to help you set up a brain. That's kind of part of the whole engagement.
Might as well already have it done.
Let's go ahead and get a start on that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So until next time, what we doing?
Getting out of here.
Getting out of here. Peace, y'all.
Peace.